Many of you might have heard of compound interest and how important it is and really how valuable it could be when it's on your side, especially if we're talking about over a period of time. Watch this video as we talk about compound interest and how it could really help you, especially if you're a younger investor or maybe even as you get older throughout your retirement plan, how important it can be. Welcome to the channel. I'm Logan Sadler, the host here of the Financial Beat. I am a financial advisor, and again, our firm helps people get to and through retirement. And on today's episode, we're just really here to talk about some of the powers of compound interest. So I meet with a lot of people, typically later in their life. They're 50 years old, 60 years old, and they're planning for retirement. I actually had a conversation the other day with a person who came in, and they were one of those that have always been not very savvy with investments, didn't really understand what funds they were in their 401k, and kind of just picked a few fun ones, right? And for example, she was in one of those more lower risk funds. She was not a very big fan of risk, didn't like the ups and downs of the market, which maybe a lot of you out there. And so anyway, she was in one of those more conservative portfolios. And we were talking to her, and actually just after that, I was talking to a little bit of a younger client, talking about how valuable it is to get money into retirement accounts or investments or wherever you're putting your money and letting that build over time, and talking about how important having some growth on that money could be. I read a book a long time ago that said it's very, very hard to save your way to retirement, right? You need some help along the way. And a lot of times that help is letting your money build over time by using compound interest through various different types of vehicles out there. I wanted to pull up this thing here for you. It'll be right here on your screen. You can check it out, where I ran this for you. This is not, basically guaranteeing returns or any of that or saying what to invest in. Just simply looking at this picture here. If you had put $500 a month from age 25 to 65, so something like a 401k or an IRA where you're putting $500 a month from 25 to 65, averaging a 3% return. You can see here on the right that it had approximately $463,000 had been saved up over that time frame. That is letting that money work. As you can see here, that's not increasing it based off inflation. You could do, if you wanted to increase it every so many years, you could do that. But this is just saying $500 a month from age 25 to age 65. What would that person have in some type of a 401k? So as you can see, they're not a bad amount. A lot of people are like, man, $500 turned into almost $500,000 for our retirement. Pretty impressive to see there, right? Then if you look at this other page I'll bring up here, this other one shows you the exact same person from $500 a month from age 25 to 65. And it shows you their hypothetical return in this case was 7%. Many of you out there may think that's way too high. Many of you out there might think that's way too low, but there's a lot of different market, whether that's investments or stocks or ETF or mutual funds. There is stuff out there that can average pretty close to 7% up or down. And you look at this person in the same type of a vehicle with a little bit higher rate of return, they could have closer to $1.3 million saved in their retirement. So I think looking at how important it is if you are younger and are okay with having some risk on your side, and understanding that taking a little bit more of those, those risk factors in there could have a potential of a higher rate of return over a period of time, you can see how really big of an impact that could make in your retirement. So in this client's case, I was actually talking with, she was really, really conservative. Her investments only averaged about 2 or 3%. And so she was in one of those cases where she retired. She had about that $500,000 saved for retirement. And she asked me, Logan, why do some of my friends at the same job who work there almost the same time as I have, why do they have more money? And we put away around the same amount. A lot of it was because of how they were invested. They were more invested in growth funds. And I only know that because some of her friends were actually clients of ours, but they were actually invested more in index funds that were maybe more based in the markets, global markets and things like that, which over time can potentially produce a higher rate of return. So again, whether you're younger or older watching this video, these are not guarantees. This is not anything guaranteed, but just going off of what statistics look like and just simply showing you the power of putting money away in whatever vehicle it is, understanding how it can work for you over time. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. We'll be back here again next week with another one. Talk to you soon.